Time for the BSing with the Guys live podcast.
It is time. The intro did not lie. It is time for the BSing with the Guys show. Now stay with us as we get into the Mardi Gras Madness going down in New Orleans, including Shia LaBeouf getting arrested because he's an idiot. A lot of racism allegations being thrown around by some shit that was happening on a float. We're going to get into that. Also, this behavior pattern that we're not supposed to talk about after another trans person slaughters innocent people. And, you know, wherever else this damn chats in our minds take us, we'll get into. But I want to start a little bit of Nancy Guthrie news, you know, so to say. I mean, just speculations and shit. But right. I was scrolling X actually, and I was kind of seeing some takes that Megyn Kelly was having on it. I figured I'd play the video, see if y'all think she's reaching for shit or if she's got any kind of, point to what she's saying. So just to get the show started off, let me pull up what Megyn Kelly was talking about on her show. Y'all give it a good listen, and like I said, let me know if you think it makes any sense or if she's just fucking reaching here. Well, let's get into it. There.
Savannah's book, which was released in February of 2024.
Savannah's the daughter, of course, of
discussed
Nancy.
A game she used to play as a kid with her cousin, and it was a kidnapping game involving Nancy. So we pulled the audio that Savannah did of her book. In it, you're going to hear her talk about her cousin Terry, who was, she said, like an aunt to her growing up. Terry's 20 years older than Savannah, so Terry would be 74 right now. But listen to this.
About once a year in the summertime, Cousin Terry orchestrated a kidnapping of my sister and me. It went down like this. The cousins would visit for a few days at our house in Tucson, and then, on the morning they were to leave, Terry would wake us up early, shushing us in the pre-dawn darkness as we made our escape. We would all pile into her rickety station wagon and head north, the sky streaking with bright oranges and pinks as the sun rose over the colorless desert landscape. Somewhere between Phoenix and Tucson, Terry would make a pit stop and let Annie and me call home at a payphone. "Mom, Cousin Terry kidnapped us to take us to her house." My mother would feign shock, protest how terribly she would miss us, then assure us she'd drive up to retrieve us in a few days.
Do you think that's reaching? Because this Savannah lady wrote in a book that they used to play this game, this kidnapping game. I mean, does that sound like there's anything there?
I think the cousin's guilty. For sure, dude. Yeah, like that seals it.
Well, it's solved. That's why I was wondering, because that's just one. Now, when I tie it in with this next video that Megyn Kelly had talked about, which other people have too, but that was just who I saw it on. But let me pull this one up. Now, she's kind of starting to question the family is what Megyn Kelly is doing. And she's got that point there where Savannah wrote a book, and in this book she described this fantasy that they used to play where they would talk about kidnappings and shit, and the mother was involved, Nancy was involved in it. So, but a lot of kids fucking played games, when they were young. So right. I don't know if you can take any kind of, if you can give that any kind of merit. But when you play it with this is what people were really talking about. Now check it out. Let me add this to the stage and let's press play here.
She is full of kindness and knowledge. Talk to her and you'll see.
Catherine is very gentle and kind. Talk to her and you'll see.
Now, that's a video or a sound bite from Silence of the Lambs, the movie. And people are kind of trying to, put two and two together.
Full of kindness and knowledge. Talk to her and you'll see.
Catherine is very gentle and kind. Talk to her and you'll see.
I mean, can you make anything out of that? Or is that just... what you would, or is it just maybe protocol, just when you've got a kidnapped family member that you're trying to humanize them to the kidnapper, so basically, Megyn Kelly's going down that road where you put that together with her playing this fantasy that she was writing about in a book where it came to these kidnapping scenarios. And I don't know. I don't know if that's just reaching, for a story, or if you can put anything to that. I mean, y'all think that family had anything to do with that at all? Just from the little bit you've seen?
At first I did. Yeah, I mean, at first I'm like, maybe the family's involved, or, maybe the son-in-law or whoever, but I don't know. I mean, our wonderful FBI, they cleared them, right? That no family member was involved, right? I mean, so I guess
hold on.
roll with that.
Well, hold on a second. You're talking about, let me see. You're talking about this FBI?
If there was a video of some guy or gal committing felonies on an island and I'm in charge, don't you think you'd see it?
Tens of thousands of videos of Epstein with children or child porn, and there are hundreds of victims.
Is that the FBI you're talking about?
That's the
FBI,
one.
Yeah, that FBI. Yes.
Yeah.
Depending on the mouthpiece that's saying it. Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, well, you're right. They cleared the Guthrie family. No, I think they're still looking at was the son-in-law ever cleared in that? I haven't really kept up with it much. It's just kind of, I'm waiting to see some breaking news that they found her or something, but I just happened to see that stuff come through, like I said, that Megyn Kelly was talking about, and I'm like, I know we all like a good story, but I don't know if you can take a game that children were playing and then all of a sudden start accusing the family of kidnapping because they used to play some kidnapping fantasy game when they were younger, I don't know.
Now it seems like a stretch to me.
Yeah, it does. It seems like a stretch, and it seems like it's kind of wrong to, as big a platform as Megyn Kelly has, to throw that out there about the family, especially if if they had nothing to do with this. I mean, that's got to be terrible to be sitting around missing your loved one, and you got people like her or anybody else that's got a huge platform accusing you of being behind it, And I'm not saying that's what Megyn Kelly. I think she was more just bringing up these points because look, her job is to have you watch. So of course she's gonna, get hyperbolic sometimes and just, pull up these videos and say, well, what about this? So I don't know. I was kind of, it caught my attention, but I didn't really give it much. What's going on, Johnny Five? I see you there.
What up, Johnny?
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to ignore you. I was just running my mouth. So, but anyway, so that's that. Nothing major breaking in that case. Like I said, I'm waiting on any day now for them to say they found that lady. Last I heard, TMZ received a letter saying that somebody was swearing to God that she's in Mexico, that they've got proof and all, but they're afraid to come forward to the authorities because this person who has proof has warrants or some shit. Or some shit like that. Yeah, it's a crazy ass story. How the fuck TMZ got all tied up in this, I don't know, but every day it's like TMZ's getting a new fucking email.
Maybe TMZ did it.
That's what somebody was saying. Like, they need to start checking TMZ. That's some bitch that runs it. He sounds like he's behind it.
Now, I'm telling you.
It's nuts.
Could be.
Anyway.
Maybe ratings been down. They needed something,
Well, he was on that list, the Epstein list. So, hey, maybe he's trying to, who knows. But anyway, now.
It's definitely a weird story.
Of course, we know Mardi Gras just ended over here in Louisiana. It was a hell of a time, especially for our buddy Shia LaBeouf. He decided to come down here and enjoy everything Mardi Gras has to offer, like going to jail if you act like a fucking idiot.
Getting his ass whooped.
Yeah, apparently he was inside of some establishment over there causing a disturbance, becoming increasingly aggressive, they were saying. I think they said staff tried to eject him. According to police, he allegedly punched one of the victims, a staff member, several times. Now, the media said with a closed fist. And I started thinking, well, how the fuck else do you punch somebody? But,
it's getting serious.
Yeah. So, anyway, they, of course, arrested his ass, and he was right back on bourbon from what I saw out there partying like the next day.
Oh, he was out there drinking. Did you see him getting beat up?
Yeah, I did. I want to say, do we have video of it? Let's find out. Let's see if we got video of Shia LaBeouf enjoying the city. Yeah, we got a TMZ video. Fuck it, we'll pull it up.
Fucking TMZ has everything, huh?
TMZ's on. I don't know. I guess they buy all that shit. Like, people reach right out to them and, and they're like, hey, I got a video. Or they're just everywhere. I don't know. But them motherfuckers, they don't miss anything. I think people sell them the shit. That's exactly
they probably
what
like
I
the
would
Inquirer,
do. Yeah, except they seem to be legit, like with their stories for the most part.
They charge us crazy on that, Brian. Happened.
This dude is missing a shoe.
Stay down. Stay down. I'm telling you, chill. Chill the fuck up. I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you, boy. Chill. Cut that out, bro. I'm telling you, we ain't out that. You do that one more time, we ain't gonna take it easy. Hey, down. That's enough, man. You ain't talking to me. So, chill the out.
You know, it's I don't know, man. It's sad to see. That boy's got problems, you know. Yeah. I mean, he's got substance abuse problems. He's had a history of that shit. You know, he's had civil lawsuits, man, with, you know, alleged abuse, you know, filed by his ex-partners and shit. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, a documented history of legal issues, man. Just, you know, disorderly conduct shit, battery, and just other matters is you know, like public struggles with his alcoholism and anger. So he's got some fucking issues. It just seems to run rampant in Hollywood, and these people become famous so fast, like he did with that Transformer shit. And then I don't know. Some of them just, they can't handle it. They can't fucking handle it. And apparently he's one of them. I mean, he's, you know, coming down to New Orleans to enjoy Mardi Gras and just can't help but fuck with everybody he's around. Because from what I understand, he was causing trouble in multiple places that night.
Yeah,
that's what I've heard. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was in there acting like a fucking idiot, getting kicked out of places, like giving unwanted like acting advice to people all fucking aggressively and shit. Like, the stories are just nuts, man. And then, you know, he just decided, I don't know, I'm gonna fuck with somebody, because that video didn't even show it all. Like, I watched another one earlier where he was pushing somebody. You know, he was shirtless in the street pushing somebody. And
well, he headbutted some old dude.
Yeah, I did. I saw that one too, and I'm thinking, well, he deserved his ass kicked, but he was pissy drunk, man. Yeah, I mean, pissy drunk. He
needs to leave that West Coast shit on the West Coast when you come down here, buddy.
I guess so, man. He I don't know if y'all remember that story, but it was on for the prep of a movie he was making. I think it was called Fury. They said he refused to shower for weeks because he wanted to, quote, understand trench life, and then he was pulling out his own tooth and even slashed his face with a knife all on the set of that thing. It just like, what? That's going a little too far to get into character, you know? So, I don't know. Boy's fucked up, man. Boy's fucked up.
Yeah.
I
Is it just all dope?
Do what?
It's just all dope?
I don't know if it's drugs or just alcohol, you know. They just say substance abuse is what he's had an issue with. But I mean, you know, a lot of people do. They're not out there acting like an asshole, like an entitled prick, you know. I mean, I don't know what his deal is, but he's lucky it didn't get worse than it did. I mean, you in New Orleans fucking with people. That could turn out bad.
Absolutely.
It turn out real bad.
Boys don't play down here, dude.
You said you reached out to who?
His publicist, actually. And I was like, look, man, we got a local, you know, Louisiana podcast. If he wants to come on and give his side of it, he's welcome.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I was like, tell him, come on. We'll talk to Shia. And we'll make him feel like he's welcome. And then at the end, ask him, are you fucking stupid? Don't come around here with that bullshit no more. So anyway. Well, what else was going on with Mardi Gras, man? They had a lot of crazy shit. I want to say the main story, I guess, Justin, would be that whole racism allegations that them riders were facing on that Mardi Gras float.
Yeah, the racist float.
Yeah, let me see if I can pull up what was going on there as far as the picture of it. There it is right there.
Yeah, they were like lynching Barbie dolls or something like that.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Now, story goes, if I can remember it correctly, let's see. You know, it's basically just the never-ending saga where the outrage machine turns everyday fun into a fucking federal case, you know? And, of course, you know, talking about the picture there, it's the Mardi Gras float fiasco down over there in New Orleans, where a couple of parade riders are getting crucified for throwing dolls with beads around their necks, of all things. And that incident occurred during the Crew of Tux Mardi Gras parade in New Orleans. The Crew of Tux, now, if you know anything about it, I mean, it's known for just being humorous, you know, and satire and shit. Well, that specific float involved was named Crack Pipe, which was making fun of the city's ongoing sewage and water system problems, which if you've ever lived anywhere near or in New Orleans, you know they're always having some fucking issues with their sewage and water board because it's run by a bunch of fucking idiots. The entire city is. So they were kind of poking fun at that, but the photos and videos were captured of a white rider on the upper deck of this crack pipe float holding a bundle of beads with one or two kind of black dolls dangling from their necks over the side of the float. Now, they also had white dolls, which is what's the one that's in that picture. Well, of course, that was never mentioned, you know.
Of course not.
And I mean, can you see an argument for this at all, Justin, for just the racism part of it?
Not even a little bit. Not a little bit. Because, like you said, they had the white dolls. I mean, they had teddy bears with beads around its neck, and they were just holding the dolls up. I mean, you can't dangle them from their feet.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the picture there. I mean, it's a black doll, no doubt. But if you know anything about, you know, the Mardi Gras, that's just what they do. It's easier to hand to people. It's easier to aim your throw or whatever. And when you consider that there's white and black dolls involved in this, well, where the fuck does the racism come from? It's such
100%, because I mean, you see the beads and they'll have the big, you know, medallions or whatever on the end of them, and you know, that's the titty beads. And when you're trying to put a doll on one, you got to make sure it's not going to fly off and smash somebody. So if you could, I guess, tie the beads around the body, but the doll would slide off. So they tied it around the head, and I just don't think that was anything close to what was in their minds when they were stringing these dolls on these beads.
Man.
I mean,
like, who would do that anyway? I mean, you know the amount of people that are out there during Mardi Gras. Like, who the fuck is going to get out there and purposely do some dumb shit like that and not expect some repercussions?
Absolutely. I mean, the news cameras are out there. People's out there with cameras. There's so many people out there at Mardi Gras.
What, you know, of course, the shit hit the fan for the people that don't know that are tuning in. First of all, we appreciate it. Hit subscribe if you hadn't done it yet. But this 7-year-old black girl from Houston caught one of the black dolls with beads tied around its neck. Now, of course, her mother, Shayna Lee, described the moment saying the girl was excited, thinking it was a Barbie, but the mother had to confiscate it and had to explain the racist implications, saying it hurt that her innocence was taken away and that she had to expose her daughter to a darker side of racism during Black History Month. Now, let's pick that one apart. First of all, why the fuck did you have to explain anything to your daughter? Your daughter had, that little girl had no idea that had any type of racism tied to it until you decided, you know what, I'm going to start that victim mentality early on in her life. You
exactly.
Need to be
like
offended by this. You know,
you ruined the moment and took the innocence away from your daughter, not the beads, because it wasn't racist until you made it racist.
Yeah, and even if it was, my thinking was, even if you thought that's what they meant, well, then I guess, take the bead off the doll, let the child have the doll, and then go take it up with the adults and say, look, I have a problem. I don't know what y'all were doing, but this is what I caught when y'all were throwing this shit off your float or whatever. You know, I think it was racist. Please explain this to me. But the first thing you do is decide to tell your child, you need to be offended by this. This is racism. And it's like this innocent child had no fucking clue. All it was a Barbie doll to her, because that's all it was intended to be. But it just shows you that victim mentality of people, that they cannot wait to cause a fucking scene and say they've been victimized by something that doesn't fucking exist. You know, in that case, I'm not saying racism doesn't exist, but it's not it's not as prevalent as they want you to believe, especially in fucking cases like this,
Nope.
Plus, it's Mardi Gras, man. I mean, you got 1 million people down here of all ethnic backgrounds. Just like this big melting pot, getting along, having a great time, sharing food, crawfish, barbecue, whatever it might be. And, then you get somebody like this that just brings this up and just, it's like,
it's a big party. Everybody's down here getting along. It's really not that fucking serious. But, then come the vultures, because, of course, there was an internal investigation. The crew, of course, permanently terminated the 2 riders involved, swiftly and permanently terminated, they were quoted as saying. So their knee-jerk reaction right there, is what gives this shit, it adds fuel to this fire, because these people know all they have to do is accuse somebody of it, and they're going to get the action that they want, instead of a real investigation and say, well, that's just how we done things for a while. Nobody on the float meant anything by it, and the person that ran that float, they know that fucking riders up there weren't trying to be racist, but they didn't care. They buckled as fast as they fucking, as anybody complained, that they buckled. It was it.
Yep. And see, if it had been all white dolls up there, they'd have been being called racist because they weren't inclusive enough.
Yeah. Well, and they were also, the internal investigation, the people that were behind that were also, quoted as saying, given the history of racism in this country, state, and city, and Mardi Gras itself, we know that the image of beads tied around the neck of a black doll, is a painful history. Like, what about the white dolls? But they just keep forgetting that it wasn't a color thing with these dolls. It's just so stupid that was even an argument, man. It's just so dumb, because then, of course, the mayor of New Orleans gets involved. And instead of her being the grown-up in this situation and saying, well, let's look at it. Let me see. Let me do a little bit of looking and see what was going on. She instantly called the display deeply offensive, unacceptable, and has no place in our city. That beautiful city that almost leads the murder rate damn near every year. That beautiful city, it has no place. And she emphasized that New Orleans values of respect, diversity, and inclusion. And I'm like, what? Shut up! Like, somebody's got to be the damn grown up, and stop giving these victim, just can't wait to be victimized people the platform they're looking for. It's just, it pisses me off, really, because these guys that were on that float now have that label on them, like they were really stupid enough to get out there and throw black dolls like they had some kind of noose around their neck, like they purposely did that, thinking nobody was going to say a word about it. I mean, that's just dumb. That's dumb, man.
It is stupid. Did you ever find out what the KOC outrage was?
No, I haven't. Yet. No, well, I did. I mean, from what, you and I were talking about is they had another beads that were being thrown. And do you have a video or a picture before I go describing it? Or do you want me to just describe it? Because I didn't know if you had a picture to pull
No,
up.
I don't.
All right. Well, they were throwing beads at one of these Mardi Gras parades, and it had what, the KOC on them? Is that what?
Yeah.
Which is what?
It was the crew of
either way, it was the name of
something.
The
name of the parade.
Well, of course, a African American lady caught one, and according to what she was thinking, it stood for the Knights of Columbus. Well, somehow that turned into racist. Oh. Like, they just can't believe they would throw beads with the KOC on it, the Knights of Columbus. And I'm like, what the fuck do the Knights of Columbus have to do with racism? But this is what I mean. This is how fast these people are to react and look for problems when they're not there. Because if you do the research and look at the history of the Knights of Columbus, they're the furthest thing from a racist organization.
Absolutely.
But for some reason, this lady just had it in her mind that that's what they stood for. So then it's getting spread all over TikTok and other platforms about how racist this parade was. And I'm like, are you people fucking retarded? I mean, do you research anything? Or you just see a K and you assume it's affiliated with the KKK? I mean, what the fuck?
Right.
Like the Knights of Columbus. Justin, tell us what the Knights of Columbus do.
That's a religious group as far as I know, and they have history of advocating against the KKK and, just racism in general.
Thank you. That's the history. But, somebody, like I
Racist
said,
beats.
Cannot wait to be a victim. And it's the same thing with these damn Barbie dolls. It's the same exact thing. That mother, being an adult, should have known that nobody's going to be out there throwing lynched baby dolls at a fucking parade where there's hundreds of thousands of people, news fucking cameras everywhere. Like, come on, man. But and you almost can't even blame the people who act like victims. I guess it's the media, it's the politicians that constantly push to a certain demographic that you are a victim. No matter what, you are a victim. So when they're brought up with that mentality, just like this 7-year-old girl now, that is the first thing her mother taught to her when that happened, is that you are a victim. Now you're a victim of a hate crime because white people hate you. That's what that little girl learned out of that lesson, where there was nothing to be learned at all.
None at all.
None. And then when you got the mayor backing you up, you got the city council president, J.P. Morrell over there, called it a hate level crime, intentional effort to send a message that Mardi Gras is not for certain people in the city. The fuck out of here. Like what? Like really? I mean, it's just so stupid. So yeah, now that's what that was. An intentional effort to send that message that black people are not welcomed at Mardi Gras. Does anybody believe that in their right mind? Even this idiot saying that, the fucking attorney general over there. I mean, I'm sorry, the city council president, because the attorney general had his own fucking opinion on it. The Louisiana attorney general immediately opened an investigation, describing it as disgusting, vulgar, racist. It's abhorrent and entirely unacceptable. But that's how these people, within the first 5 minutes, that was their reactions to that.
It's the knee-jerk reaction instead of saying, hey, we're going to look further into this. We will make a report on it. We're going to look into it, investigate it, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know, man. Look, when you got alcohol, food, and a good time in New Orleans with Mardi Gras, I've been here my whole life, experienced some of it. I don't really care for it with the crowds and stuff, but you know what I'm saying. It's a good time.
Even the titties?
It's all a good time. But no, I do not think there was any ill intent in that, and I think it's been displayed wrong, and it's not good. It's another black eye for the city, and here we go. You got Democrats running this city, and it's the first thing they do.
Do you know
everything is racist?
You know who thought it was ill intent and racist? The community leaders like the NAACP. Is that a surprise?
Of course.
Yeah, they held a gathering. Yeah, they held a gathering Monday, demanding the crew face a $5,000 fine, probation, and they want a formal meeting. I wish I could be at this meeting.
Me too.
If anybody's listening that's got any pull, get me in this fucking meeting, please. Right. I'm so sick of this bullshit, because what it does is, I think, Justin, you and I spoke about it the other day. Yep. It minimizes real racism.
Right.
It gets people that don't want to hear this shit at all because of these kind of stories.
Yeah, it makes people quit listening as soon as they hear racist. Like, you hear racist and it's like, all right, I don't even want to hear the story anymore because there's so much fucking racism going on. Like, fuck it, Yeah,
it's just the fatigue that goes on with that. It's like we're just tired of hearing it because it's always something. It's just like the Jussie Smollett, the fucking Bubba Wallace shit, things like that, things like this at this Mardi Gras nonsense. It just makes you, like you said, you hear that word and you're like, I'm numb to it now. I don't believe it. And it's a shame because it probably really does happen in areas of this country. But things like this, where you got these fucking leaders that come out with these NAACP people that want to come out and waste their fucking time talking about this shit when they know They know there was nothing, no ill intent behind that, but they don't care. They just can't fucking wait, you know?
Yes.
Yep. Speaking of them people, I think Jesse Jackson passed. R.I.P.
My dog.
Yeah, he passed the other day. What'd you say, Brad? He sounded so sincere.
That's a shame. Anyway.
Dude, I'd be scared. Like, if I was just super, like, just neo-Nazi, crazy racist fucking out there on a, like, I'd be terrified to bring out some racist shit in a New Orleans parade. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm gonna get fucking shot out here. Like, fuck you.
Well, that is a good point, honestly. I mean, of all the places to be blatantly racist, you don't want to pick New Orleans, Louisiana.
No, not riding down the street of New Orleans and you're the main focal point.
Yeah,
absolutely
not going to work out good for you. You know, that's kind of like going back to the Jesse Smollett thing. The last thing you want to do is be two white guys with MAGA hats in Chicago in the middle of the night doing racist shit with a noose. Like, that's how dumb this sounds. This whole Mardi Gras shit sounds.
I'm gonna try it, dude. Maybe Friday on the way to work.
Live stream.
I'll just pick out some racist songs, and I'm gonna plaster stickers on the car and just ride through New Orleans. I'll live stream it. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, make sure you live stream that shit, dude. I want to see that. No, like I said, man, it only gets me all worked up because I'm just so tired of the crying wolf when it comes to this racism shit. Because it's not to say it doesn't exist, but you can't find it in everything. They got to stop. This mother, that's terrible that she pushed that onto that 7-year-old child who. Right. And now that's, like I said, she's developing that victim mentality now at 7 years old.
Absolutely. It just goes to show you, brother, that it's you're not born with it, you're taught,
Right.
So.
It's the same with being a blatant racist, too. I mean, you're not born with that either. So that's not to say that there's anything right about that. But, I mean, damn, can't you go to Mardi Gras and have some fucking fun? And when you see there's black dolls and white dolls that are strapped the same way with the beads, can't you just look past it? I mean, what... Yeah. And look, even if the mother only saw the black doll, okay, maybe she only saw that. Well, as soon as it was brought to people's attention, the higher ups, and they explained to her that, it should have been an end of story. If it was even explained to her. And if it wasn't, then that's their fault. Somebody should have told this lady, look, that they didn't mean nothing by that. If they had black dolls, white dolls, it's just an easier way for them to control throwing them things and handing them. It was on the top of the float. I've seen how they do that before. And floats are high. Sure. So they have to reach over and hand that shit down to particular children. They don't
get
want to
smoked with a fucking Barbie doll off top deck of a float.
Let them hurt a kid with a Barbie doll. And then that's a lawsuit. Oh. And you know how they do. They hand that shit down to kids. I mean, that's what the Barbie dolls were for. It was somebody up there in that float trying to let them kids have a great time and give them these little fucking trinkets, and it's turned into this, And it's all because it's just been programmed to say you're a fucking victim about everything. If something doesn't go your way or you think anything's out of order, it's because of your race. And other people hate you. And it's like, man, we got to calm down with that bullshit, man, because
it's like past that, though. It's like finding shit to be out of order. Like, you're twisting.
Right,
like,
absolutely.
Had you have tossed the Barbie and it had a legit noose tied out of a shoestring around its neck, all right? It's different, right? If he threw it and it had like a gorilla head on it or some shit, like, okay, you can't do that, right? So, but... oh, it's beads. Nope. We're going to call that a noose today, and they're hanging black Barbies. Racist. Yeah. Like, no, come on, man.
Well, I don't, in the whole, how fast they reacted to get rid of these guys, and then, like, can we do any investigation at all? I mean, or is it just immediate because a minority was offended, action had to be taken?
And that's got
bullshit.
rid of them. Like, oh, we're not going to take your money from you next year. Oh, no.
Yeah, but still, I mean, if somebody's going to dox these guys, so then that's what they may even get fired from their regular jobs over this shit. And it's bullshit, because somebody was offended by something that wasn't offensive. But because you say that as a minority, everybody has to, oh, my God. Oh, wait. Oh, was a black person offended? Yeah. It's like, who gives a fuck? Sometimes it's not justified. I don't give a fuck what race you are. Just because you say something's offensive, it doesn't mean it is. They can at least look into it a little bit. You know, I don't give a fuck 100%. What color you are. Like it's just nuts, man. Because
we don't investigate in this country, dude.
Not when it comes to that, dude. Especially in a city like New Orleans, where it's Democrat and left run, you know, left leaning over there. I mean, it's as soon as anybody cries racism, that's it. I mean, it's boom, you know, they're off and running with that shit. You see all the leaders coming out, can't wait to get their camera time. And, you know, now they want $5,000 from the fucking float or whatever. It's like, oh, fuck off. You know, that's the people that ran that route, that float or whatever. They should have been the ones to stand up for these people. They should have been the ones to say, no, we'll fight this all the way. No, them guys were not being racist. We're not going to let y'all fucking paint those guys with that brush. But they allowed it instantly. It's sickening, man.
That's what I'm saying. I'd be like, kick me out. Fuck y'all, you know, like not giving you my fucking money next year. Kiss my ass.
Well, that's how you and I would be, but we have the benefit of being like that because nobody's going to fucking fire us. But like I said,
I'm just saying, like, as far as the parade, like, well, we've dismissed the rioters. Like, you didn't have to fucking dismiss me. Like, fuck you. As soon as you didn't take up for me, you kiss my fucking ass. I'm not paying you fucking $400 next year to ride in a fucking parade.
Because people that aren't from around here, they don't know that. You pay to be on those floats.
Yeah, you buy your own beads, you buy your own throws, you pay to be on the float. Like, shit's
it costs
not cheap.
So much to get in those parades, so everybody who's riding usually splits the cost, right? So
absolutely,
I'm with you.
It's probably
like,
about $1,000 per person. Like by the time beads, throws, and
I'm with you. I tell them, fuck you. I'll keep my money next year.
Pay $1,000 to get told I'm racist and then not be defended by the motherfuckers I'm giving my money to. Fuck y'all.
Well, speaking
do
of,
it for years after years, man. You know what I'm saying, Shane? And Justin, these people are on there for years and years doing this, and I don't think any ill intent was there. And if I could say anything with the leaders of, not my leaders, but the leaders of New Orleans, focus on your own problems with your $200 million deficit. You know, focus on the killings that are going on and the low police rates and the crime rates, and focus on that before y'all just start throwing this.
Focus on the theme of the float, which was crack pipe, because they were making fun of the piss poor fucking sewer and waterboard management that's going on over there in New Orleans. Focus on that. Stop trying to focus on problems that aren't there.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
Maybe
now,
keep the pumps running, you know. Go ahead.
That's a segue to something else when you want to focus on shit that's not there. Let me pull up my boy. Now I'm going to start off. He's the GOAT, greatest of all time when it comes to fucking basketball. My boy, Michael Jordan. What do y'all think about this? He got accused of being a pedo. What do y'all think's going on here? What do we do with that, guys?
That's weird at best.
Shut up. That's Michael Jordan. There's nothing fucking weird about it. What is he doing? First of all, give me something good.
There's got to be something back here.
Give me an excuse, because I don't want people talking bad about MJ. I'm gonna go ballistic. So I from what I understand, the boy was wet. They had popped champagne and shit, and he was complaining about it, like being itchy or whatever, the stickiness. And apparently Jordan thought it would be a good idea to start scratching his butt. I don't know what he's doing there, but I don't think
it's a little weird, but
yeah, I don't think we can go as far to say that Michael Jordan was, you know, being a fucking pedo.
No, I don't think he was feeling him up, but it's
it's optics, dude. God,
I saw that. I'm like, no, not Michael. No. I grew up like that. Michael was a god back when I was young, you know, and it was like, oh no, not Michael, man, not Michael. But
just
it looked a little weird,
dude,
but
you know,
there's no telling how well he knows that family. Like he may pick with that kid, you know what I mean? Sometimes that's just how people are. You'll go hitting on somebody or picking on a little kid because you know him real well, you know, and it looked a little funny, but you know, what is Salty Spotted Dog saying? That's what I heard
ice in his shorts.
I had heard that too. That's something that spilled. So Jordan was just kind of, you know, being funny, trying to help him out. I'll take that. That's what we're gonna go with, because we're not gonna sit there and badmouth Michael Jordan. So
was he on the Epstein list?
No, he was not.
Okay. Let's just make sure.
And if he was, he gets a pass. Damn it, he was that good. So, Anyway, yeah, I saw that pop up and I was like, "Oh no, not Mike, man."
No harm, no foul, dude. I don't
Yeah.
think there was anything bad intentions with that, you know.
I don't either, but man, people freaked out, dude. They had idiots like
It's
throwing
optics,
away
dude.
they were throwing away their Jordan shoes and shit, making videos. And now, of course, they were filming them, throwing them in the garbage, and then the video ends. And I'm like, they took them fucking things right out the garbage can as soon as that shit ended.
Absolutely.
But anyway, what else, man? We we got another I don't know, trans shooter. That's a very odd story because
it's very weird.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of coming out that he was almost, I guess, far right, kind of super MAGA, but yet had big titties and wore a dress. It was weird.
It was very odd because that's what they say. He had a bunch of far right posts and like if you saw the picture, like he looks sleeved up like a biker, like he was a biker at one point, and just like I said, far right, and he even had some crazy ass fucking tattoos on him. But
yeah, wasn't it something like he had some Nazi type shit?
I believe so. I saw somewhere they said he had a swastika, but I didn't see that tattoo. But I did see the SS, which is crazy. But I guess my point to it was, so he was, this fucking loony far right for most of his life, it seems, and it's crazy that he didn't shoot anybody until he decided he was trans.
And that's what pushed him over the edge.
Yeah,
it seems to be a little trend going on lately, and like I had mentioned in the intro that we're not supposed to talk about, but yeah, he's definitely let me pull up his picture here, man. It's a crazy fucking story, man. I'm assuming
what makes him go off at a hockey game? I mean,
a kid's hockey game, dude.
Yeah,
it almost seemed like he went there looking for them because it was his ex-wife.
Yeah.
Which I guess obviously.
Right. Well, I think they were, a lot of people say his quote unquote wife. So maybe they were still married, but just like separated.
Well, I saw that he shot his ex-wife.
I see why.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe so. I've read it both ways. I've read wife and then he, of course, his son. But I mean, look at
it's ma'am.
Yeah. It's ma'am. What is going on here? Like, how can we address this without, like we're just bashing a certain group? I don't even know what to say about this picture in general. Like, are you really in your sane mind to dress like this, look in the mirror and say, yeah, this looks fine to me? Oh, come on now. I mean, this is just, it's ridiculous. That's fucking nuts, man. He looks like the dude from OCC Choppers, fucking Paulie, Tuttle.
He's like a bad Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah. Well, that's the lightning bolt on his arm there, huh?
Oh yeah, that is.
Yeah, and I looked into it, man. He seemed to be like his old ex account that is supposedly him. I mean, he's been very pro-Trump, super hardcore right, and then decided for some reason just I want to wear dresses. I don't know.
Did he go to prison?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know that much of his history. Let's find out.
It kind of feels like he got turned out in prison.
That may be what it is. We're gonna go with that story. Why? Yeah. Why fact check it? Let's just go with that.
All right. Yeah. So everybody, he did 10 years in prison for what? What did he do 10 years in prison for?
Damn, that's a good one. What does he look like? I think he looks like he was selling meth or something.
Boom. 10 years in prison selling meth. He got turned out, and now he wears dresses.
Well, we had the one in Canada recently with one of those, people. I don't even know what to call them anymore. But
dude, did you see the video on that one?
On which one?
The Canada one. Like, it's not a video of the acts, but like after Buddy got out of jail, he made a video.
Oh, you talking about? Yeah, I'm talking about the school shooting.
I thought
there was another one.
Yeah, there was
talking about the dad that slit the kids' throats.
Yeah.
Well, was he part of the Rainbow Coalition?
Yeah, it was dad, mom.
Oh, jeez. Another one?
Yeah.
Oh, we got to stop this shit. It's gone far enough. That's it.
Way too far.
We gave them their space. We allowed them to be, and it's got to stop now. No, it's got to stop. We got to address this mental health shit because that's all that is a mental health fucking issue that these people are having. And it should not be sugarcoated anymore. These people are off of their fucking rockers. And I didn't know that case where the dad did that to the kids. I mean, what did he do? He just decided to wake up one morning and try to off his children?
It's kind of what it seems like. I'm going to show you what he looks like here.
Pull it up.
So that's dad.
Let me see. Hold on. I'm on a different screen. Let me pull. Oh, come on now. Marilyn Manson.
That's dad.
Oh, man. I can't, bro. I try to be nice, because it's 2026. We're supposed to, just say that this is normal. Ain't nothing normal about this shit, man.
And so this is the story of dad mom here is Alice Michael Atwood, who goes by they them pronouns, was arrested by police in Canada after allegedly stabbing 2 of his children with a knife. One of his children's esophagus was severed during the attack and now requires months on a feeding tube. Atwood was reportedly released by a judge despite admitting to carrying out the attack on social media, and he has been released on bond until trial.
God, released on bond?
Yeah. Yep.
Jesus.
Boy. They may give him a medal in Canada. Because the last thing they can do is upset someone who identifies as trans.
Absolutely.
We learned that in the school shooting. The person's dead, and they still wanted to respect their pronouns when the police were talking. So, man, look, it's kind of like, not all trans people are going to go this far. I mean, we know that. That would be a stupid statement to say that every person that identifies as trans is going to, go around killing people. But there's enough of them to realize that there's a mental health issue going on with these people, man, from just the beginning of you wanting to be the opposite sex. There's something off. Now, you don't have to take that as a shot or a negative thing as far as, talking shit about them or whatever, or trying to make light of how they feel. But if you're looking at it honestly, there's something wrong. Sure. There's something wrong. And they're starting to kind of show it now because there sure is a lot of this fucking, this violence going on, man. And
I wonder if it's like the hormone blockers or whatever they're taking, these meds. Dude, it just
I don't know, man.
Dude. Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know. I just know if it was just a white, straight male conservative, the media would be all over it and couldn't wait to tell you that it was a white, straight, conservative male that did it. But yet we're supposed to be quiet about what's really going on here. And the last couple of these mass shootings, or so the last few, have just so happened to be from these fucking, these people that just wake up one morning and decide that, they want to start wearing dresses and shit. And we're all supposed to just let that go as normal. I'm not saying we need to put these people in concentration camps, but the mental health part of it needs to be addressed. Something needs to happen, man.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
This is
just stay the fuck
Atwood.
away from me.
It's his message to the world after he got released.
Your favorite hobo you love to hate. I just wanted to do a check-in, let people know that I am being safe, I'm being secure. I have taken care of my needs, and
Who gives a fuck?
Just
this is after he slit their throats?
Yep.
Yeah, fuck him.
Until I actually go for my sentencing. And I did kind of realize that we do have a highly unique opportunity here, whereas I'm someone who did something heinous and I'm on social media, whereas pretty much all the other people who do something heinous get locked in a box and blocked out from society, and they don't get to talk to them. So, Does it put me at risk? I'm already at risk.
He looks normal.
Oh yeah, completely.
So whatever, I guess. Yeah, sure it does, but also I know that I'm going to do everything in my part to not hurt anyone else. And
I like what Salty Spotted Dog said. Pattern recognition isn't racist nor bigotry. You know, Obama bought them all out of the closet, and then they started grooming the children. You know, just watching that video there, how in the fuck are we supposed to take someone like that serious?
Right.
But that's what they do in places like Canada. They want to respect how this guy feels. Did you see that weird Joker-looking motherfucker in there laughing?
After he slit both of his kids' throats, son and daughter.
Yeah, and apparently thought that people cared enough that he had to let people know that he's doing okay. You know, I'm doing all right.
He's doing his part not to hurt anybody else.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Whatever the fuck
Why is
that
this dude
means.
free?
It's Canada, baby.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what judge was like, you know what? You're not a danger to society. You're good.
Yeah, he's got rights too. Like, no, he offed one of his children and tried to do the other one. You don't get bail for that.
Ever.
Not here.
Oh, man. Yeah. And then just watch the type of video he's up there making and just the laughing. Like, can you imagine being in that mind frame after you tried to you killed one of your children and you tried to kill the other, and then you're just in there talking to the world like you're giving an update on your life and laughing and that dude's crazy. That's all there is to it. So we're supposed to just take that as mentally sane. You know, he just wants to transition. No big deal. He's a normal person, you know.
He's normal. Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. I don't know. I'm just over the shit, man.
Do you really expect anything different than Canada? We're coming out of Canada with that here. They give this guy bail. He's out on the street after he done killed his 2 kids or harmed his 2 kids. And, you know, I don't know if you remember a few weeks back, the poor lady that needed some type of thyroid surgery with no doctors around that could perform that. But they could perform the assisted suicide. And she was, 30-something or 40? And, you know, she says, I can't live with the pain. So, yeah, it was all set up. It was a date. It was done until it broke wind here in the United States. I think Glenn Beck was the one that his show broke it and arranged for her to be flown to the United States for just a basic thyroid surgery so this woman could have a life. But that's what you're dealing with in Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then this dude he's out on bail. The family begged for a psych hold. The judge said no. He's now free, living in a van painted, quote, "Every Child Matters" on the side of it, driving across British Columbia, hitting festivals, posting videos like nothing happened.
Why would you even want that in your state, country, city? Like,
Providence,
if you're a leader, like, why would you even want that running free?
Yeah.
So then who's accountable when this fucking freak kills somebody else before he's actually sentenced, you know?
Not the government.
No, nobody's held accountable for that.
Nope.
Man,
it's crazy.
They got to stop catering to the mentally ill, man. That's just all there is to it. I mean, I like I said earlier, I'm not saying lock them all in cages, but you got to stop catering to them.
Yeah, when you're crazy enough, I mean, mentally ill or not, you start slitting throats. Lock them the fuck up.
Yeah, like what else do they need to show you? It's like, okay, we'll respect your pronouns while you're sitting in fucking prison. I mean, I don't know. That's just weird. That's a weird fucking case, man. I can't believe somebody like that's able to walk free after what he did.
Did anybody say something about the Canadian healthcare system?
Why? What about it?
Using anecdotal evidence doesn't paint the full picture of the Canadian healthcare system, sir.
Wait, well, you stick with what
mean?
You have up there, Tom.
Yeah, I don't know.
Basically, he's berating me about what I was talking about, the lady with the thyroid surgery that the proper treatment, you know, and yeah, absolutely. I mean, dude, they've killed over the last 3 or 4 years with this assisted suicide, 30,000 people. Just do your homework, buddy. It's out there. So, how many Canadians come every year to the United States for surgeries and proper health care instead of this government freaking funded health care?
So the lady with the thyroid thing, that was an assisted suicide case?
from what I'm understanding, from what I've read, she was in so much pain with it, and in whatever Providence or whatever they call it up there, they didn't have a doctor that she could get a second opinion or a doctor to do the surgery. So basically,
it was probably like 18 months out.
Yeah. Well, yes. And what we can do is, I mean, we can schedule you for assisted suicide, which is it's going on up there. Absolutely. Look it up, dude. And I think Glenn Beck was the one that brought it to light, his crew, and somehow, raised the money to fly her to the States to get this surgery done, so this lady could live her life, man. Yeah. And everybody wants to push that we need this socialized medicine. Healthcare should be free. And I'll be the first to say, healthcare in the United States is fucked up. It really is. It's overpriced. It's big healthcare, big government. Just like Obama's the one that fucked it up. Because you have to have healthcare or you'll be fined if you don't have it. And then you had Biden come right behind him and said, "Oh, you have to take the jab. If you don't take the jab, you're going to lose your job." So it's all about control. They want socialized medicine. They figure they can control you even more with it. So, it's a story out there.
Yeah,
so,
I'm looking at the case
I agree
here.
I agree with Salty. It's like, yeah, Tom, put the pipe down. You've had enough for the night.
She has normocalcemic primary hyperpara, some sort of shit with her thyroid.
Sounds crazy.
Parathyroid, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
That causing extreme bone pain, fractures, abdominal pain, nausea, vomiting, depression for about 8 years. She needs surgery to remove the parathyroid gland, but faces major barriers in Canada's healthcare system. No surgeons, like you said, can perform it. To get referred out of province, she needs to see an endocrinologist. Is how you pronounce that? First. Yes. They are, they're not accepting new patients, leading to years-long waits. So the only option they were going to give this chick was that we'll kill you. Holy shit. Wow. Damn. I didn't hear that, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's Canada. Interesting. Yeah, because, I mean, you get into the talk of the assisted, suicide stuff. I mean, I have my own feelings on that. If there's certain circumstances, you're terminally ill and you're just tired of suffering. And I do believe it should be someone's right,
Absolutely.
But when you start doing that, look, we really don't, it's just going to take a while to get you in. So, all we can offer you today is death. It's like, God damn.
Take your pick.
That's crazy, man. I don't know.
Yeah, like we can definitely help you get out of pain.
Yeah. We'll make you pain free. Start making your funeral arrangements. God. Whew. Yeah, that's a crazy one, dude. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. No. About as crazy as Justin, did you see the I don't know if it matters, but I'm gonna say it. There was a group of black ladies that were at Applebee's eating $15.99 all you can eat deal. Mm-hmm. So to them, they took that as everybody can eat for $15.99 at the table. And they were feeding everybody and got kicked out of the fucking place. And they're arguing their point. And I want to pull it up and see if we can even make heads or tails of what they're fucking saying. But I can't wait to see this is them arguing their point to the police officers.
Sir, we're the one call. Okay, they have a $15.99 special unlimited. Me and my sister both got one. And then we ordered dessert. You called? Yeah. We called because the man told us, because I gave a plate of shrimp to my brother. He told us we got to pay for him eating it. That's not what they special say. If you go look at their menu, it don't tell you. That's like you eating and you give something to your sister or your friend. It don't tell you nowhere on there if you share the food. Then they charge it 15. It say unlimited. Right. He told us because we share food. They charged us for every person that ate at the table. You can't do that because it don't say that.
Talking about some well, I'm telling you,
because I recorded the girl behind us will tell you. You can't tell us if we ordering it. It don't say if this only for one person. It say $15.99 per person unlimited. It don't say $15.99.
Well, what do you think it is?
But no, sir, he told us because he ate. I gave him my plate of shrimp. He told me he charged because.
That's enough of that stupid
shit,
dude.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
Oh,
How much do you think the cop feels like dealing with that tonight?
Probably a lot, you know. Can you imagine having to explain to these idiots that it's not $15.99 for the whole fucking table, unlimited food? You know, like what?
I can appreciate the audacity.
Well, it's a good try, I guess. You got to give it to them. But she's like, you can't do that. You know, you can't make us. I gave my brother some scrimps, and well, later on, she goes to explain that because she didn't eat all of the scrimps, that she figured, well, what's the problem with giving them to her brother? That's the only reason she gave them to him, because she just couldn't finish them. Not that this was a thought out plan that we're all going to go sit at this fucking table and eat for $16, you know. And I'm thinking, oh my God. So Applebee's is probably going to have to print all new menus.
Oh, yeah.
And overly explain that everybody has to pay the $15.99.
I'd make them sign paperwork, dude.
Oh my God. I wouldn't let them in.
You got to sign paperwork here, understanding that.
Jesus. Make them do a fucking credit check before you walk through the door.
Dude, my mental capacity has been dropped big time from listening.
Dude, critical thinking is gone.
It is, dude. It is. Hold on. I can't get enough of it.
You can't tell me if I don't want to eat something, then I can't give it to nobody.
I get where you're coming from.
You know, but no, we wasn't.
Okay, you're paying $115.99, so 3 adults can eat the one.
It's multiple. Yeah, it's multiple things. It's endless.
15, but I'm thinking myself.
But it's endless. It doesn't say that.
Okay.
They limit how much you can get. It doesn't say that, though, sir. They should say that. I'm gonna be honest. If you saying that, you should say per person. It doesn't say per person.
See, they got to change the menus.
But it kind of does. Because it says all you can eat, not all y'all can eat.
All your table can eat.
And my thing is, if he charged us for 3, he's trying to charge us for everybody at the table. You can't do that.
So you're trying to do the $15.99, so every single one of you can eat for $15.99.
The way that said is just $15.99 unlimited. Give you 3 options. It's one thing he tried to charge us once.
Oh, Jesus. Imagine being that dumb and trying to plead your case, too. I mean, it's like, it's like, oh, I'm with you. The cop's like, what the fuck? Like, oh my God, dude. It's wasting
He's like,
time.
this is what the fuck I signed up for? Thought I was out here fighting crime. I'm dealing with this bullshit.
You're dealing with somebody at Applebee's. That, I'm telling
it
you,
would be an Applebee's, too.
Well, let's see what we got another story here. Let's pull this one up and see what it's about, Justin.
Seniors were posing for a class-wide photo. That group of 10 students who attend Redwood High School seated together, spelling out the derogatory word.
This isn't funny.
Redwood seniors were posing for a class-wide photo that day, spelling out the phrase "Class of 2026, always legit." At some point, the students in the later photo rearranged themselves to spell out the disturbing slur.
They were playing
something
Scrabble.
Their principal later called unacceptable.
What's wrong with it? It's a
yes, we can have a conversation about, what kinds of consequences should these kids face. But the real issue is the environment that allowed
Guantanamo
that to happen in the first place.
School officials say every student who posed for the photo has already been punished. Meantime, an investigation is now underway at Redwood High School.
An investigation? Like, fucking kids being stupid. Like, what? There's your investigation. How about, hey, don't do this no more, you big dummies. Kids can't even have fun no more, man.
No, dude, you're right, dude.
I thought that was pretty
fucking too PC in this world, dude. I tell you, man.
Have you seen any of this hazing shit that's going down?
I read a headline, but I didn't dig into it. I seen something with a group of guys or something in a basement or some shit.
Yeah, I kind of saw a little bit of it. I have the video, so I'm gonna see what we can make out of it here. If there's any problems going on.
Does anyone want to be forthcoming on what's going on?
Hey, this stops here, guys. This is a police department. This stops here. Who's in charge?
They're upstairs.
How about we start cleaning this up? Everyone take their blindfolds off. Shit. I've already given multiple commands to clear the room and get out of here, but no one's moving.
Kids are like, fuck them cops.
Apparently they're taking this pretty serious.
Yes.
Wow.
You in charge?
You said.
Still haven't found out who's in charge?
No one asked for house, Dad.
Where's he at?
Summit. Working at Summit.
Summit. That's cool.
So,
So,
you have
obviously,
someone else
yeah,
coming here?
lieutenant's coming.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Definitely figured out why he wouldn't let me pass you initially.
Questionable.
Yeah.
Is hazing illegal?
I get it.
Is that
I'll probably
RFK?
be calling your house
Not a
dad
year,
or
boys,
whoever to get him here, since ultimately he's probably in charge, right? Unless someone else is in charge.
I don't have his number, so.
Yeah.
Which Russia is that? Yeah. You guys gonna have a fire alarm guy set off and just run? It's manual.
Here's the deal. From what I'm being told, this is like shutting down chapter type stuff. I need to start talking now.
So I just didn't understand why I've seen it everywhere. So
what did they get in trouble for?
I don't know. That's what I keep seeing it pop up like somebody died or some shit, but it's just a bunch of mustard and apparently the room smells like shit.
That's so stupid. That whole fucking ritual of that shit.
Dude, I've never wanted to be in any kind of group that badly to be like, yeah, y'all do whatever you want. I'm in it.
Absolutely.
Like, fuck you. Y'all are about to do what? Oh no, y'all got me fucked up. I'm going home.
I know, it's so dumb, man. These kids pay, fucking $80,000 a year to go to some mid-tier fucking state school that's just, instead of learning anything useful, like how to code or something, they're up there just, proving their loyalty by letting some senior who peaked in fucking high school make them chug malt liquor out of a fucking boot that was probably last, cleaned fucking 5 years ago. I mean, it's so dumb, man. I just don't. I'm with you. It's like, they say, oh, it's tradition. It's like, well, I mean, fucking smallpox blankets and fucking, indentured servitude was tradition too. But we stopped that shit because it was stupid and cruel. I mean, it's just dumb because some of these people die doing this shit. So now you're facing felony fucking charges because, I mean, look. I guess, boys being boys, I mean, we fucked around, when we were younger, just playing pranks, but it's just so dumb to let somebody do that to you to be part of their club. Like, fuck off,
right.
Fuck this club. Yeah, no, absolutely the fuck not. Like I said, if it's like we're going to a party and we're going to get you fucking smashed and you're going to probably fall through a window or some shit, like, all right, we do that at parties anyway, so fuck it. But no. Not getting naked in a basement and fucking strapped to a dude and covered in mustard. You got me fucking.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're the ones controlling it and you get these idiots to fucking but to be these fucking losers that are up there allowing that shit to happen to you to be part of some fucking fraternity, like, the fuck out of here. I'll start my own.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm going to be part of the fucking sorority. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, so stupid. So I think you should follow around for a while, not just a while. Forever. Salty spotted dog. Anyway, what else going on? Anything else crazy before we call it a night? I'm sure there's got to be something. It's America, dude.
That's true.
There's something racist going on. I did see Dave Chappelle. He was visiting the memorial of Alex Pretty, and putting flowers out by his little memorial out there. So I guess, trying to virtue signal. And I like Dave Chappelle. I think he's, one of the, if not the best comedian out there. But it's like, do you watch anything? Like, what are we doing here? I mean, you didn't see what happened. It's like you can't go fucking putting your hands on federal agents and expecting nothing to happen. So that was a weird one to watch him all of a sudden pop out of nowhere. But
you know what we haven't seen in a while? Who kind of fell off the internet? Old Charleston White, dude. You remember that?
Yeah, Charleston White. I hadn't seen him.
Yeah, he fell off when he was talking about them fucking all them kids that died at the camp.
Oh, yeah, he did. Oh, speaking of died, Brad, did you see how officials made a decoy of Epstein's body to basically thwart the media and move, his corpse unnoticed? Like, it's a true story. Like, it's right. Official that, according to them, that's why they made this decoy body.
Really?
And what it did, it reminded me of how you're kind of going down the path of not even thinking he died.
Right.
And I'm thinking, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's that deep. And then all of a sudden they're coming out admitting that they had a decoy body that they removed from the prison. And they're blaming it because they just didn't want the media. The media around the real body. And I'm like, wait a second, maybe Brad's got something. Maybe this motherfucker ain't dead. Like,
I don't think he's dead.
What in the fuck? Yeah. I was reading it, man. They said they made a decoy Jeffrey Epstein's corpse to thwart the media outside of the hospital on the morning of his suicide. New York City's office, chief medical examiner, officials, and guards, created a phony stiff out of boxes and sheets and loaded it into a white van while they transported the genuine Epstein body in a different vehicle. Where did they really bring Epstein, dude?
Israel.
What island is he on now?
Yeah. Well, he's in Israel.
Is that where he's at? I wouldn't doubt it.
I think so.
Now they start, and they, and they wonder why these crazy conspiracy theories come up. I mean, they sitting here telling you now that it was a fake body that we unloaded. So like, whoa, wait a second. Like, where did the real body go? And was he really dead? So
he's not dead.
Oh, and I did see just to follow up on something we talked about. I think it was Monday after the Super Bowl when they had that ad for Ring that was basically going to, anytime a dog was lost, they were just going to spy on everybody. They backed out of that now. They killed they went ahead and killed that plan just because of the backlash. And it goes to show you how powerful of a tool the internet can be, especially X, because that shit went crazy on X. And, you kind of get a feeling of what the public's reaction to things when you get on the internet and see it. And of course, like I said, a Ring got a hold of the negative fucking, reaction to that shit and decided, we're going to go ahead and nix that plan. So not that they're not still spying on you anytime they want, but they realized how stupid. Then I'm thinking, how much did they pay for that fucking Super Bowl ad to just throw this plan out the fucking window now? Didn't work out too well for them. At least if you're going to spy, just don't admit it no more is all that tells them.
Right.
To me, that's all that was.
Do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah. That's all they did was they just admitted that
spy.
Yeah, they admitted they're going to sit there and surveil your fucking, your house, your neighborhood, and anything else they want. And now next time they just won't admit it. So anyway.
Yeah. They got us, dude.
Yep. All right, let's wrap it up. I appreciate everybody checking it out. If you ain't hit subscribe yet, do it. We'll be back here Friday talking some more shit. We appreciate y'all checking it out. So, man, until next time, y'all be good. Love you guys, and tell them bye.
Bye.
Peace.